Alright, this is Ty, the 2nd of January. He's just had his pasture time, about an hour and a half. He's just come back in for his hard feed, which he gets 3 hard feeds a day, just because he's on short pasture. Not that he needs it, by the look of that, but he is on 30 grams of salt a day. 30 grams of salt in 2 feeds at the moment, because the vet wants him to just keep his water intake pretty high. Just with all the excessive rain we've had, horses aren't drinking anywhere near as much as they should be, because they're just getting confused because of all the rain and the wet grass. It's very dry here at the moment. We haven't had rain. We had a bit on the 31st, but it was just a shower. It wasn't anything substantial, so it was nothing really to worry about. I didn't pull him off pasture at all that day. But if I had excessive rain, then he was to come in whilst it was really wet. As soon as it dried out, then he was right to go out. So he's come in now after an hour and a half in the pasture that I showed in the previous video. He's had his hard feed with another 30 grams of salt, just to get him drinking, and also just to push that potassium through him as well, and keep his salt up. Even though he's very, very much symptom free, I still do think it's very important to keep those salt levels right up, and to keep it above the potassium. Maybe next year he can just remain on 30 grams a day, and that's it. He won't need any extra support in that area. But at the moment, I'm just not taking any risks just with that side, because he is doing so well. So it's not every day I do 60 grams. If he doesn't go out in that pasture for some reason, I would just do 30 and just leave it at that. So he goes out in the morning, and that allows me to bring him back in at lunch, and I put the extra 30 through him then, and then he just remains out in his short pasture for the rest of the day now. So I'll check back in with him probably in another 2 to 3 hours, and see how he's travelling, and do another video then, and just so we can see if anything's happening. The one thing I haven't checked is actually his eyes today after he's been out in the pasture. We'll just see if he'll just let me have a look. Bub. So we'll just see. Oh, where is he? Oh, there's a fair bit of drainage happening there. It's not recent. It's quite dry. Yeah. So I wouldn't say that's not too bad. But so we did the other day release his sinuses with the EMRT, and worked on his endocrine system. And he did actually, when we stopped working on him, we stood back and had a look. He did have big tiger stripes down his guts. He has got, I'll just show you again, if he puts his head up, in this area, this pouch right here, it was very, very, it was almost fluidy. So she released a lot of, that's apparently a toxic dumping ground there, so she released a lot of that, and you could actually see it go down. It does actually look quite full at the moment, so I'll just take note of that, just for today, and I'm sure she'll address that again on his next visit. Anyway, so that's all for today. As you can see, he's in full sun. It's extremely hot, and he looks, even though he's just got a little bit of a gut there, but you know, that's okay, he's not in full work. His coat looks magnificent. His dapples are coming out now. They actually did show themselves probably about a week after that slug came out of him. And his coat really just picked up once that came out. He looked fantastic. Yeah, so he's a little bit fat, but he's very well muscled up. Probably hard to see it in a video. And just his overall attitude, he's very relaxed, quite content, even though he's the only one in the paddock these days, probably for another 6 months or so. But yeah, he's doing very well.